If you were in China, you would eat a dog.
Yeah, yeah. For my moral, as I see every animal as a, how can I say, hypothetical food, I will eat a dog.
What do you think about the video?
It's something that I've already seen in my life, something that I know it's happening, and every time I see those images, it's really cruel. It's difficult to just to watch and think that it's still going on. Some say that they are necessary for some products, some I don't know medicines, but usually when I can, when it's possible, when I find as it said at the end of the video, I always buy cruelty-free or non-tested on animals products.
Okay, so I was going to ask you, what do you think you can do about it, and you
I
just answered it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I try when I can. I also try to eat less meat. I'm not vegan. I'm not vegetarian, but I try to reduce my climatic impact and the cruelty that the animals undergo.
What do you think is stopping you from being vegan, since you brought it up?
Because I really like meat. I think that we as humans are a little bit over the animal. We are on the. I think that we are on the highest, well, on the top of the pyramid. But this does not mean
The food
that
chain, you mean?
the food chain. Yeah, sorry. But we. This does not mean that we should not think about their emotions, because they feel emotions, about their sufferance and their entire life. So we should care as much as we can.
So
And it's good not to eat meat. Let's clarify it. It's really a good action to do to the world, for the climate, and also for the suffering of millions and millions of animals.
So you mentioned, I asked why you are not vegan yet,
Yeah.
right? So let's clarify first. What do you think veganism means as an idea, as a concept?
I think that it's considering us at the same level of the animals, and so treating them like you will treat another human. So you should not eat a human, so you should not eat another animal. And there are many reasons for a person to be vegan. The the like the ethical one, and also the impact on the climate change, because the agricultural sector, and particularly the animal the animals are a really big part of the production of CO2. Yes, for even for the food for the animals, and also for their life, because there are so many and they produce CO2 as we produce.
Okay. So you're basically kind of agreeing already that we should
Yeah.
that we should be vegan, but then you said that what is stopping you is the idea that we are on top of the food chain.
Yeah.
Yes. If we are stronger and more intelligent than other beings, right? Shouldn't we use that power and intelligence to protect them instead of exploiting them? Do you think it's impossible to live without eating animal products?
I think it's possible for the and for the diet it's possible, but also for the fact that now there are many I know it in Italian, but
Say it in Italian,
the-
maybe my friend will translate.
la carne sintetica, quella prodotta in laboratorio.
3D meat,
Lab grown.
Lab grown. So you are not hurting an animal. You're just reproducing cells without make suffer some beings, and I think that we should go in that direction to avoid exploiting and make them suffer.
Okay. Just I'm going to define what veganism is, okay? Because many people think it's only about the diet.
No.
It's not the diet. It's a principle that humans should live without
Ethical principle.
without exploiting animals. Okay, so exploiting animals. That what you saw there is one aspect for the testing.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is
That-
also the one with the
da-
carriages.
Yes, exactly, the horse carriages. So basically, when you become vegan, you align your actions, what you do in your daily life, with that idea.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so the idea is the principle. We can live without exploiting animals, therefore we should. Yes? Then your actions follow. Okay. I think what's holding you back maybe is some idea that we are on top of the food chain, but since you already admitted that we are,
I have to admit that it's also the taste
The
of
taste.
the food,
Okay.
the necessity to eat meat, because I come from Italy and we have many type of eating meat or animal derivated products like milk, eggs, and there are many dishes that that it's really hard to me to left behind me just to and I know that my ethic should be more important, and it's a difficult battle because I own a dog, so I know what they are going.
they are individuals.
Yeah. I know that they have their own minds, their own behavior, their own emotions, and just because they're not communicated in the same way as we do between humans, this not. It's been proved that they have it, and it's really important.
They are like us in the ways that matter. Yes,
Yeah.
they suffer, they feel pain, they avoid pain.
Yeah.
They want to be comfortable, have shelter.
They do not want to.
Okay. Now you're open-minded, okay? So I'm going to ask you some hard questions, okay? It's
Yeah.
not to put you on the spot or anything,
No,
just
don't
to give you some perspective, because you mentioned it's hard for you, right?
Yeah.
Yes. If you put yourself in the position of the animal, who is it harder for? You to go vegan or them when you're not vegan?
Of course, it's a one-way answer for this question, and it's of course it's harder for them to suffer than not for me to be vegan. But I think that it's not so white or black question. It's like gradations of gray. So there are many things that you can do, and I try to do most of the things that I can. And maybe in future I will think. I have many friends that are vegan or vegetarian, and
Just to give you also some perspective
Yeah.
and some experience, okay? Because I am vegan for now 7 years,
okay.
and I'm 41 now. I went vegan when I was 33. Okay. I also thought it's hard. What I'm going to eat, what I'm going to wear, how I'm going to navigate with the world around me, with my friends, my family. Coming from Greece, I'm from Greece. It's culture there, it's tradition, it's normal, as you said. But basically, when you go vegan, the thing is that you align your innate compassion for animals with your actions. Yeah, yes, and it's easier than you think. Like once you start doing it, it's like a habit. You just have to
Okay.
unprogram yourself from going to the shop and buying the non-vegan.
It's an ethical. It's an ethical principle. So if you have that principle, you follow it. Like a person that is religious, has faith in his heart, you follow it without struggling. So I know, and probably the only thing that it's hard is the start and the first month.
Exactly.
I think all other attitudes and behaviors that someone has to change, like stop smoking, stop drinking alcohol, and stop having meat. And for
The,
some
the only
other-
difference with smoking and drinking alcohol and these things is that in those behaviors you're hurting yourself.
just yourself, yeah.
The other choices you're hurting animals.
Yeah.
There's always a victim on the other side. So when you go to the supermarket, you can have that idea in your mind that if I buy this, then I generate demand, supply and demand. So you generate demand for this product. As soon as you take it off the shelf, then they have to do it again and again and again.
Yeah, because I think that it's not possible for me. It's sort of a utopic thinking that everybody in the world will be vegan in like the next, I don't know, 100 years even. I'm being optimistic in my view, but in a more ethical way. So leaving the animal a long life, not in cages, in open spaces, living their life as they will live, and then killing at the end of the life, and then eating without making them suffer. So in the most short way, and in the less painful way. Just
Okay, so you're
just
saying
so
to improve the conditions a bit.
to improve the condition. This is the point that we should. This is what the how can I say, the target that we should get. So arriving at this, so eating, I don't know, meat just once every 2 weeks. That is really less than the average. It could, how can I say, we could do it with the method that I said before.
Okay.
Maybe. And
eating-
still, it will still. We should still talking about is it killing ethical, and then we could debate about it. And I say probably it's not ethical, but it's really difficult to abandon something that. Now we are capable of doing, because as humans now we are.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Okay,
you said a lot of things, so I
Yeah.
wanna reply to some of them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you're thinking and you're talking. Some of the things you said I wanted to tell you. Okay, so you said to improve the conditions, right?
Yeah.
So that create a better life for them before we take that life.
To improve it, we should how can I say, make the demand should be less.
Yes,
really,
yes.
really less.
So I will acknowledge that eating less, reducing your demand is a good thing, right? Yes. So I acknowledge that's a good thing in that aspect. But I'll ask you a hard question. Even if that in the best case scenario where the animals are in the good conditions, they're still kept for a reason with the intention of killing them, right? So would you swap places with those animals? Would you rather be a happy slave, or would you rather be free?
Okay. So let's say that.
It's a direct question. Would you rather be a happy slave, or would you rather be free?
I would rather be free, but it's too simply to say it like to say it in this way, because I will try to make you one question.
Yes, it's
If an animal is dies by natural death, you will eat it or not?
if it dies from a natural cause.
Yeah, like a free, you see it dying, and then you will eat it or no?
In the way I am now as a vegan, or
In general, yeah, in general, as a vegan, an animal that that lives free his entire life, and then dies by a natural way, and you fine. I don't know.
Let's set the stage a bit, okay?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
in this
Utopical, because it's
in
not
this hypothetical world,
Yeah.
am I still vegan here in Malta and I have access to all of my food that is vegan? So if it's that case and I find a dead animal, what I'll do with that animal is I will take it and bury it, pay its respects. Like if I found a dead dog,
Okay.
or if I found a dead chicken or a dead
Okay.
rooster,
Thank you.
I will bury it and say, okay, that
Understand.
it had an accident. If I'm in the desert or if I'm in a place where
Where
it's,
you're starving.
it's food scarcity and I find a dead animal, it's a different scenario.
No.
No?
It's probably it's even a human, if it's, because you can.
Humans also, you know the story with the Andes, that some rugby players back in the 70s were stuck in the mountains and they started eating each other.
I know that's.
in that
In
situation,
that
you-
hypothetical scenario, probably you eat what you have. But so you will bury it. Okay. That's okay, but because you said that it's an ethical way of thinking that animals are.
We don't see them as food. We see
don't
them as or resources or tools or vending machines. You see them as you mentioned your dog, right?
Yeah.
You don't see your dog as a tool
No.
or as a means to an end.
No.
You see them
But
as an
I'm
individual.
Not the person that because I have a dog, I will never eat a dog. If I go to, I don't know, in China, if I remember well, it's a
They
tradition.
dogs are. Yeah.
Yeah, I will try the meat because I see them also as a food because it's been like a million, no, not million because we have, as a species, we have 200,000 years that we passed from being only.
So if you were in
herbivore
China,
and then,
if you were in China, you would eat a dog.
Eh?
If you were in China, you would eat a dog.
Yeah. For my moral, as I see every animal as a, how can I say, hypothetical food, I will eat a dog because I'm not, no, that animal yes, that animal no. If I see animals as food, also as food, they every animal can be food. Okay. So it's comprehensive of the whole animal world. Not like dog, not because they are pet, but the cow, yes. The cow is. I've been many times in Trentino. It's in the Alps, and the cows are almost like dogs. They hug you. They want scratches, but I will still eat them because I still. See them also.
So you want to be consistent with your morals and say, I will not discriminate between dogs and cows. So if you have like that moral consistency, why don't you switch it and just
to no one.
Yes, it's not that hard.
I want to believe you, and
I can give you I can
promise you that I will
can
try.
I can leave you with some resources if you want to go home and think about it. Watch some more documentaries. Would you be open to that?
Okay, maybe you can left me with
I'll give you
information.
I'll give you a card. Well, there's a website that has everything.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's called three movies, and it has some documentaries. The first documentaries are about animal testing, what you just saw. Okay, because it's an event specially for animal testing. But then there are some other resources, so you can think about it a bit more.
Other than yours, that I think that it was really, really nice produce. There are many sites and also videos where you can learn how to live as a vegan, because many people are doing it, so it's not impossible. You cannot die. And
This
the only
website has
problem,
everything in there.
maybe is to balance the diet, because maybe some nutrients you cannot have it, or not in the form that they are in the meat. But if you integrate maybe maybe with the and the synthetic meat.
You just need to educate yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
The synthetic.
Can I ask you one question? Please
Wait.
finish.
You wanted to ask a question, so I'll answer your question about the synthetic meat.
Yeah, you eat synthetic meat as there is no animal suffering?
As a vegan now, no,
No. Okay. Why?
because I don't need it.
You don't need it.
Yes,
Okay. But
because the thing is,
it's ethical.
there's no animal, let's say, exploitation behind it. But the very first cell they get it from a live animal, right? Now I see this as an improvement.
they get cells for, I don't know, blood testing. For,
Yes.
Just to keep them safe, and to taking care also means taking I don't know. blood, taking
or
milk
they-
just to
or they get-
urine to.
or they get some hair or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
or
know.
hair.
I don't know how they do it. But to answer your question, I see it as an improvement to the current state of being. Like
Okay.
factory farming, if factory farming would be replaced by lab-grown meat, obviously it's a better thing for the
Yeah.
animals. Yes.
Definitely.
But as a vegan, I can be vegan now, today in 2025, without lab-grown meat.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't see the
No, no,
reason
I
to
was,
eat it.
I wasn't saying about the need, but about the ethical question. You said
The
that,
ethical question.
Yeah, you said that the vegan does not want to exploit animals and consider them as human beings. So only one cells that is not hurting an animal, then is reproduced just to like a
Yes.
stick. Where is the exploitation?
If there's no exploitation, then it's vegan, right? To answer your question. But the thing is, it still normalizes the idea that animals are food, and that's what vegans are.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
that's what vegans are against.
And if you say,
Because
let's say that
it's normalized in our
that it's
society.
food in a sort of way just processed in lab. There's almost nothing about what was an animal. There was only one cell. Maybe.
If there was no animal involved in the production, then yes.
But it's involved just in the start, and it's not hearted or exploited.
I think at some point, if they manage to get I don't know how it works, but they will get eventually at some point where they will reproduce them without needing to have an animal at the
Yeah. You just get. If I remember well, I seen a video a little bit of time before, and they just get a few cells. As when they're doing the DNA test for the human, when they found a little,
Yes.
and they make them reproduce, and it just gives. Of course, you cannot have a stick, a liver. I think at the moment you just have plain meat.
just I think
Muscle,
tissue. Yes.
Yeah, muscle tissue. But it's meat and has its nutrients.
As I said, compared to animal agriculture, it's a better thing.
Okay.
But if it's vegan or not, I would personally say it's
that
not.
It's not vegan because it started as animal food.
In terms of sustainability for the environment that you mentioned, and in terms of food efficiency and things like that, it's better. Okay. But
For the ethical way, it's still
Yes.
debatable.
Yes, veganism is an idea that you don't view animals as resources, right? So that lab-grown meat kind of reinforces the idea. But obviously we have to be
It
pragmatic.
cracks the system.
we have to be pragmatic in our approach, and I will say that yes, lab-grown meat obviously it's better than factory farms. If we can replace factory farms with lab-grown meat,
I will do it now.
it's better, yes. But still, humans will see animals as rides, as testing experiment, as testing subjects.
And of course,
as-
we're just talking about eating
as
and not
entertainment.
the other words that they're used to.
Yes. I want to change I want to change the idea of people that animals are things for us to use as an activist.
Okay.
But when it comes to that discussion, I think I acknowledge that it's better.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right.
It was a really
What's your
nice
name?
interview. Gabriele.
Gabriele, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for
the
being
interview.
open-minded. I will give you a card.
Oh yeah.
Right? All right.